Well, welcome back. It's Dev Diary 3. It's been a little while since we did one of these because, well, it's been a while since we had a Dev Diary, and also I've been on the road. So there it is. Today we're going to be talking about the resources that you will be playing with in Imperator, or some people try to correct me with the word Imperator, but, I'm kind of going with what the developers are saying, so that's kind of the lead-in that I'm doing on this one. So, first of all, resources-wise, they are subdivided in two different categories. There is the standard resources that you would get in a game such as Hearts of Iron or EU or Stellaris, Crusader Kings, which is your money, and some other ones. So in Stellaris, for instance, you have your energy, your minerals, and whatnot. Whereas in this game, they are subdivided into two categories. For category one being your income, such as gold. So basically your coins, what you have in your bank, gained from tax and trade. So be sure to stack up those denarii as high as you can. And then, of course, there is your manpower to, well, as they say, power your legions, which is obviously going to be rather important because this is very much focused to be a war game. At least that is for what we know right now. Then there is the power items, or so nicely called in some of the other Paradox games, the mana, the monarch power, or the influence, or the unity in Stellaris. Well, in this particular game, it's subdivided in four different types. There's the military power, which is represented by the Virtus, which is a martial ability of your ruler, and military power is used to get new military traditions, inspiring your troops, as well as giving unique unit abilities. So basically you can stack this up and basically get military tradition very similar to what you will most likely get in a game like Stellaris, where there's also traditions being added in. At least that is the idea that we have right now. Of course, you have a game like Hearts of Iron 4 where you've got your trees as well, your focus trees for your nation, which could be yet another directive that this can go in. Then we have civic power, which is gravitas, which is basically some of your attributes of your ruler as well. Civic powers to get inventions such as trade routes, moving your population about to colonize new areas, amongst other things as well. And so far we can already see that a lot of these items are based on the traits of your ruler. Very similar to the monarch power that we have in Europa Universalis. Then we have the oratory power, which is presented by Dignitas. If you Google Dignitas, you will find yourself on a website, at least the very first option, as a self-assisted suicide clinic in Switzerland. So there you go. And basically, this is based around the charisma of your ruler. Again, a focus on your ruler, monarch power, once again. You spend this power on fabricating claims, very similar to Crusader Kings, improving relationships, enacting laws, endorsing parties. So a lot of diplomatic stuff going on in the Senate of the Roman Imperium as well. Finally, then there's the religious power, known as pietas, which is a zeal attribute of your ruler. So we can already confirm that we got four particular ruler traits that are in the game. And something like this, you can use your the power to stab pigs, as it's so nicely called, convert pops to the right religion, although that wasn't necessarily really a thing in the Roman Empire, and also call upon omens. Of course, I'm sure there's going to be a sword where you can see the sight beyond sight. Now, there's a lot of abilities and interactions within the game, and a lot of focus that is going to be in the general direction of, say, Crusader Kings, Europa Universalis. Also, a little bit of Hearts of Iron 4, at least from what we know right now. So it's definitely a chimera game where multiple decent functions are being added on top of the actual mechanics, and basically powering up into what the developers are referring to as the ultimate grand strategy appearance. You can use some of these combinations of items such as Virtus, Gravitas to do certain things together, or for instance you want to do a holy war, or you want to for instance get more inventions and do that in combination with some oratory power. So you have multiple things that can use multiple quote-unquote powers within the game. And also a bunch of technological progress is also dependent on your citizens' output. So just be aware that your gravitas is not everything when it comes to these sort of things. So get ready to steal those ships from, steal those shit. Get ready to find a burned out wreckage from Carthage on your shores, and then steal their, steal is probably a strong word. Be inspired by their designs to build a giant fleet ready to sell out to Carthago and get ready to burn the place to the ground. Now, that is pretty much it. Next time, we're going to be looking at the unit types you can be expecting, or at least a reasonable overlook of the unit types that you can be expecting in Imperator. Very much looking forward to that, and hope that you enjoyed this. Make sure that you put the comments below what you would like about this game, and if you're looking forward to it as well. And I just want to leave you on one little quote, and that is, of course, Carthago bellenda est. Until next time.